Okay, and notice that there's all these tabs at the top. So we've got to do some setup stuff here to make sure we get this all right. So base location, for me, I am going to say United States, and I am in Minnesota. Selling locations, where do you want to sell to? Do you want to let people buy from anywhere, or do you need to specify certain countries that you can sell in? I'm going to sell to all countries. Um, Enable site-wide store notice text. That would be like if you turn that on, it would say like whenever anyone went to your store page, it would say, "Hey, 20% off everything today," or something. So you could put that on and make a little uh, notice. Okay. I don't really know what some of this stuff is, so I'm just going to leave it as the default. That's the way it goes. Okay, currency for me, I want US dollars. Currency position, that's where does the symbol go. And for me, it goes on the left. Even though it's showing a pound sign, it's just saying where do you want the symbol to go. Okay, thousand separator, decimal separator, number of decimals, 2. Don't know about that. Thousand separator, that's correct for me. Okay, and then there's these kind of different styles of stuff. You can change these colors by like clicking in that box and doing some stuff. I'm going to leave them as they are for now. And then after I get everything set up, I'm going to come back here and say that green color that keeps showing up, I'm not too into it. I'm going to change that to whatever I want. Okay, let's hit Save Changes. Okay, let's go to this Products tab at the top. Remember, this is just settings. This isn't to set up a product yet. Okay, these are all the pages that previous step installed for us, so let's just leave those alone, hopefully if they're right. Shop page display, okay. Okay, product data, weight, I'm going to do in pounds. Dimensions, I'm going to do in inches. Product rating, I'm going to turn that off. It's kind of like comments to me. Okay, image sizes for products. Okay, downloadable products, that's important to me because I'm going to put some downloadable files on here. We have a couple different methods. You can force download, you can do this XSL or redirect XSend file, or redirect only. I think I always set it to force downloads. Because if they're like downloading like an MP3, that means they're going to buy it, and as soon as their card clears, it's going to, the customer is going to download the file. It's going to like push the file to them. This XXL one, I think what this does is it routes it through like send file, and this would redirect them to another page where they could get the file. So this forced download I feel like is the best. Okay, I'm going to save changes. Okay, tax. For this, you should look up your local rules and stuff. For most, here in the U.S., we don't have to charge taxes for anything we sell online yet. There's like legislation about this being debated right now. So I'm going to leave taxes off. I'm not going to enable taxes. And that should be fine for me. If you do enable taxes, you can go through here and customize the tax rate and all that stuff. Oh, there's also shipping stuff here. Shipping tax class. I'm just going to say standard shipping. Price displays, excluding tax or including tax, some stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to say save changes. Okay, let's go to checkout. Okay, now notice here, and also back in taxes, I just noticed there are a couple more like sub tabs up here to set your tax rates and stuff like that. So don't forget about those. I don't need them for me, but those are there for those that need them, and they're kind of hidden. Here we are going to need them. Checkout options, BACS, check, cash on delivery, this I don't even know how to say this, Mejra checkout, and PayPal. These are the different, what they call payment gateways, different ways that people can pay you. I want only PayPal. So, coupons, enable the use of coupons. Yes, I think so. This is a nice touch. You can create customized coupons, send them out to people, say buy more stuff. Enable guest checkout, sure. Here are the checkout pages. Okay, payment gateways. So these three are on by default. The direct bank transfer, which is Bax, which we don't really use in the US at all. So I'm going to turn that off. So I'm going to hit this settings button next to that because I don't want to allow that. So I'm going to say disable that bank transfer. If you use that, then you should do that. Okay, now I'm up in these options here. So I'm going to go back to checkout options. Scroll down to the bottom. Okay, check payment. Do I want to let someone send me a check? You could. That's just fine if you want to. I'm not going to do it though. I find that's more trouble than it's worth. So I'm going to turn off like mailing me checks. I'm going to go back to checkout options and to the bottom and PayPal. So now PayPal is the only one that's enabled. So I'm going to hit settings and set up PayPal. Okay, enable PayPal, title PayPal, description, pay via PayPal. You can pay with your credit card if you don't have a PayPal account. That sounds great. Okay, now it needs your PayPal info, which is an email address is how PayPal works, which you know if you did what I said a minute ago, which is take a break, set up PayPal, and come back. So I'm going to put in my PayPal email address. So if anyone wants to give me a tip for this class, you're welcome to send money via PayPal to this address. Oops, I don't want to do that there. Okay, PayPal email is that. Receiver email, I'm not exactly sure what that is, so I'm going to put my mouse over this little question mark. If this differs from the email entered above, input your main receiver email for your PayPal account. Used to validate IP and request. Okay, I don't think it differs from above, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave that. Invoice prefix. This is like when someone buys something from your site, it's going to send them and you an invoice. So you can put WC for WooCommerce in front of every invoice. So it'll be like WC-001, WC-002, etc. And those will be all the invoices you have. It's a nice touch if you want to keep track of what was sold through your website and what was sold through trade shows or whatever you do. You can do that if you want. I don't really use it. Payment action. I think we want authorize. Let's see. Choose whether you wish to capture funds immediately or authorize payment only. Okay, so I want to capture. Use form submission method. We don't need to do anything with pay styles. Shipping method. Send shipping details to PayPal instead of billing. Enable address override to prevent address information from being changed. Okay, so I'm not going to deal with any of those because I don't do very much shipping at all. But if you want to, you can look more into those. Gateway testing, this I'm going to skip too because what this PayPal sandbox does is it basically, from what I understand, makes it so you can go into your site and buy something and then it won't actually charge you. It's like a way to test if your site is working. So we put it in sandbox mode just to like make sure it's working. What I usually do, which is kind of silly, but what I usually do to test it is I just make a product that costs a penny and then I go in and buy it and make sure everything worked correctly. It seems easier than this complicated sandbox thing because I don't really understand what sandbox is. Okay, save changes.